Good day, everyone. I am AJ, and for this episode of the Deep End podcast, only be talking to myself because the two friends of mine, John and Zar, have unfortunately died. And but don't worry, we here at the network are doing all the necessary black magic and alchemy so we could revive these two. They were what were they doing? They were excavating something, and then some curse went out, and then they both died. So now it's only me. I'm the only one left because I didn't go. So anyway, for today's topic, which will be short because it's just me. Hopefully it's just me. We'll be talking about the Codex Gigas or Gigas, whatever. So the Codex Gigas is otherwise known as the Devil's Bible. This is a very big book. I think it's a couple of feet long and a couple of feet wide, actually. This is the largest and probably one of the strangest manuscripts in the world. It's so large, as a matter of fact, that it is said to have taken more than 160 animal skins for the pages. Yeah, all the pages are made from animal skins. They didn't make books with trees back then. It's so big that apparently it takes two people to lift this book. It's approximately 1 meter in length. Now, according to legend, the medieval manuscript was made out of a pact with the devil, which is why it is sometimes referred to as the Devil's Bible. It was written in, I think, Latin during the 13th century AD. And although the origin of the manuscript is unknown, a note in the manuscript states that it was pawned in the monastery at Sedlec in 1295. The story behind the making of the Codex, or the giant Codex, is that it was written, or a work of a monk who was actually sentenced to death by being walled up alive. So he was going to die and he needed to make this, but then it had a lot of pages. So according to legend, he asked the help of Lucifer himself. So he then was able to finish the whole book in, I think, just one night. This is evident because the whole, all the texts inside were very uniform. Like it was just printed all at once. Let's see. The story behind the making of the Codex Gigas is that it was the work of one monk, like I said, who was sentenced to death by being walled up alive. Indeed, in an analysis on the text, suggests that it was written by just one scribe due to the level of uniformity throughout. The legend says that the monk produced the manuscript just in one night, with the devil's help, like I said. However, it is unknown where this legend started, and it is suspected that it was religiously propagated. Back then, people would say that, oh shit, that book was made in one night. He was probably helped by the demon, by Satan. You know how people were before. I mean, people are still like that, but whatever. Stories and legends say that the Codex Gigas brought disaster or illness on whoever possessed it during its history. Fortunately, the National Library in Stockholm, where it is currently in right now, appears to be immune to the curse of the Codex. Or so we think. I mean, we don't know. Maybe people there are getting into weird accidents and shit. But I'm not trying to panic people. Anyway, Codex Gigas contains a complete Vulgate Latin translation of the Bible, as well as 5 other major texts. This includes the Old and the New Testament. Continues with Antiquities of the Jews by Flavius Josephus, 1st century AD. What else is in here? A collection of medical works as well by Hippocrates. There's another part of the book where there's the Chronicle of Bohemia by Cosmas. So it's not just one topic book. It's a book of many topics, which is weird. So smaller texts are also included in the manuscript, with the most famous ones including texts on exorcism, magic formulas, a picture of the heavenly city, and this is what makes the book a bit famous. It's got one whole page of an illustration of the devil. So if you look at it online, it's this demon looking thing with a green face. There's no text on it. I think it's just a drawing of the devil, 2 tongues, 2 horns, and claws. The illustration is the reason why the legend says that the Codex was written with the help of the devil. Okay, so according to National Geographic, it would take one person working continuously day and night for 5 years to recreate the contents of the Codex Gigas by hand. This includes, this does not include, by the way, the illustrations. Therefore, realistically, it would have taken at least 25 years to make the Codex Gigas from scratch. Yet, all this time, the writing retained an incredible uniformity from start to finish. This may be the source of the legend that says that the monk wrote it in just one day. Because when you if you'd observe yourself when you have a notebook, for example, and you were writing notes every day, your writing would change. Your even if you're just a right-handed guy, and it would change every day. But this whole book had one style of curves of letters, it really seems that this was written all at once, just in one day. So the manuscript is currently displayed at the National Library in Stockholm, where you can also view the digital pages of the Codex. Anyone in Sweden should pay a visit to see Codex Gigas and not be afraid, because it's quite safe to read. So if you people there traveling near Sweden, this is definitely one of the things you need to visit in that place. So what else we got here? So that's the Codex Gigas. That's that's only the tip of the iceberg, if you may. If you guys want us to talk about this, once John and Zar have been resurrected from the dead, please do tell us down in the comment section. Talk to us on Facebook as well. We have the Promised End podcast Facebook. We're not sure if we're gonna make a deep end page yet. I am planning to make a page for the deep end shorts. I'm still thinking about it. We're just really busy filming all the art films for the deep end shorts, and we're not really thinking about social media. So anyway, that is it. I am AJ once again, and we'll see you guys next time.